Hello and welcome to Meghalaya Legislative Assembly channel. I'm your host, Garen. In just a few weeks, we will be going for elections, and we know that several political parties, some new and some old, will be battling it out to lead this government. Through this video, we bring to you leaders of different political parties so we can get to know these parties better. To speak with us about the HSPDP, we have the President of the Hill State People's Democratic Party, Sir KP Pangnyang. Sir, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
My first question for you is, what is the party's ideology?
See, HSPDP is the oldest regional party in Meghalaya. It has been established in 1968. Now we are going the journey of 55 years. And the main ideology of our HSPDP party is to preserve, to protect the indigenous right of the people of Meghalaya.
So what is the difference between the HSPDP and other regional parties in Meghalaya, and do you think that there is a need for a united regional party in Meghalaya, sir?
See, actually, the HSPDP, since I have told you that it is the oldest party, and we have so many prominent issues in the manifesto of the party to protect the right to preserve every right of the people of these so-called indigenous people of the state. Actually, I see no reason that it is we have a different with other regional parties, except with the national party. But as you have mentioned that it is a need to unite, or as you have mentioned that unification of all the regional parties.
Yes, is there a need, sir? Do you think there is a need, sir?
At present, I don't see there is a need or an urgent need, because my party already rendered our service more than 55 years in the state with genuine issues and manifestos of the party. Yes, now I have seen so many other parties like UDP, PDF, and KNAM, and now it's a new floated party like VPP. But I could see that the needs of the hours is to have, a mutual understanding, a mutual respect, means like we have done in the last election. We have the Regional Democratic Alliance, means the alliance in between the regional parties, because we have more or less the same ideology. I feel it is the urgent need of the hour, so as to get the number of MLAs for the formation of the new government.
Sir, speaking of forming government, why is the RDA why don't the parties of the RDA have a pre-poll alliance, sir?
Since the different regional parties have their unique issues, ideology, and programs, so I feel like the needs of the hours is only to come together in the umbrella of so-called Regional Democratic Alliance.
Okay, sir. So what is the HSPDP's vision for the state?
The HSPDP, in its journey of more than 50 years in the state of Meghalaya, we have another broad vision with a mission to demand to the government of India that we need to create or to bifurcate the present state of Meghalaya with the name of Khasi Jantia state. Since the vision of our friends from the Garo Hills people, they have already keep on struggling, fighting, demanding to attain the so-called Garo land for the people of Garo. So I feel that we have the mutual understanding and mutual cooperation that we support the vision of the people of Garo Hills, and at the same time the people of Garo Hills, they support us. Because why we want to bifurcate? Not because we hate each other, but it is the bound duty as guaranteed by the Constitution of India that while creation any state in India already based on the basis of language and uniqueness of our identity.
Okay, sir. Sir, coming to this election, we've seen that the two sitting MLAs from HSPDP, Sir Samlin Malnyang and Sir Ranington Lingdok Tongkhar, left the party. Sir, so how do you see the party's prospects this election?
Leaving of these of the MLA of the party or jump shipping of the MLA of the party is not, a matter of today is happening. It has already happened, many years back. But yes, I could see that sometimes it affects the strength of the party, because in the sitting MLAs, they have joined to another parties. But the party, since we have strong and rigid issues, manifesto and program for the welfare of the indigenous people, especially in Khasi and Jaintia, the party, once again, we will flourish and we will rebuild the organization, and we hope that 2023 election, it will be the beginning to rise up and to get more numbers of MLA in this upcoming election.
Okay, sir. So what about the prospects? How do you see the party's prospects?
At present, because we have organized only few packets of constituencies, but I would like to tell you and to share you that the number of HSPP MLA will be more than the number of the last 2018 general election to the Assembly, to the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly.
So how many candidates will the HSPDP field?
As of now, we have already in the fray or in the ground more than 10 MLA candidates. But we are expecting that in this coming week, some other, aspirant candidates from various constituencies, they are coming to approach us, and we are yet to tell you the exact number as of now.
Okay, sir. So post-election this time, HSPDP, will you still have a post-election alliance with the RDA, sir?
As of now, the post-poll alliance with ADA is still intact. So the RDA is still on the way to have a mutual understanding and alliance with the UDP in between our both two parties of UDP and HSPDP. We are still on the way.
In your opinion, sir, as per your observations for the past several years, sir, do you think a regional party alone or an alliance of regional party can form government alone in the state, sir?
I'm telling you straightly that I don't see any political party like a national or even regional party can form a single largest party in a Meghalaya. It will be a fractured mandate. So again and again, I reiterate that coalition will be forming in the coming formation of government in Meghalaya.
So has the HSPDP released its manifesto, and what are the main agendas the party will take up?
Actually, we have already prepared the manifesto of the party, and we have about 24 issues and program of the party, and some of the important issue of the party that we have to give to the people, to promise to the people that first of all, we need the clean and smooth government in Meghalaya. Secondly, we want to relook the present job reservation of the state, because since the last 50 years more, there is no equal share of reservation according to the size of population of the Khasi Jaintia and our friend of Garo Hills. We stand to raise, to resettle or to find the final settlement of the interstate boundary dispute with Assam, as we have raised this issue time and again. The inner line permit, which has already passed the resolution by the Meghalaya State Legislature, we put in the manifesto that we demand the government of India to implement it and to accept the implementation of ILP in the state of Meghalaya. Again, we demand to the government of India to recognize the Khasi language in the 8th schedule to the Constitution of India, which has already passed by the Meghalaya State Legislature. That is our issue that we have put in our manifesto. Again, we put the issue no mining of uranium in our state, which is the oldest issue of the party, and no railway in the state of Meghalaya unless and until mechanism should be put in place to prevent the influx of the people from outside our state.
Yes, sir. Sir, your first point in agenda was clean government, sir. So in Meghalaya, there are some who say that money and muscle power in politics plays a big role during elections. So what do you think of this statement, sir?
No doubt, it is a fact that the people in Meghalaya, they are crying, complaining, that corruption is being done in the day-to-day administration of our state. And we cannot deny the fact. We have seen the fact like in the so-called supply department. We have seen the fact that illegal, transportation of coal, illegal mining of coal in our West Khasi Hill, in our district, like in Jaintia Hills, in Garo Hills, and so on and so forth. So that's why the HSPDPP, if people are voted us to power, we want to make the government of Meghalaya clean and green.
Sir, but do you think muscle and money power will play a role this election, sir?
Very much. Because so many candidates in many political parties, I have seen the fact that most of those candidates selected by the different political parties, they are businessmen. They are coming from the business background. They are not the NGO leaders. They are not like, so-called activist leaders. But most of them, they are coming from the so-called business background. So they will play muscle power, money power in this upcoming election. But our party tried to make the people understand that once you want to get a leader, you need to vote to a leader who can lead us, who can give us, the hope that they will bring good legislation, they will bring good governments, clean governments. That's why we want to raise the issue from our party. But I feel like that the people of Meghalaya in this coming election, yes, in some areas, some constituency, money powers will be, it will be doing good, as you are mentioning that it will be happen like that. But I see that some of the people in other constituencies, like in the West Khasi Hills, maybe like in the Shillong city, the most intellectual voters, they will vote and they will elect the leader, not under the pressure of muscle power.
Okay. Sir, my last question to you, sir, is what do you think of anti-incumbency, sir?
As we have seen through all the media reports, either in the print, in electronic media, now we are living in the so-called media report era. So we have seen every corner, everywhere, every leader, that anti-incumbency under the leadership of the so-called NPP party, the people, they have raised pointed hands against the irregularities and like so-called corruption practice in our state. So, no doubt, people will raise huge, amount of opposition against this present government.
So that was Sir KP Pangnyang, the president of the HSPDP. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.